Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Nintendo GameCube. In the last part, me and Cowscrazy did some... not too really sure, I wasn't paying attention, but Cowscrazy is still with us, so that's fantastic news.
Moo! I'm still here. Yeah, I'm being held hostage against my will here, so...
Yeah, he wanted to go, but I kind of said some vague threats towards his family, friends, people he cares about. But we're past it though, right, Cows? It's, you know what you're gonna get if you mess up and leave.
Yeah, exactly,
I'm not a violent person, but I fight with
I
friends.
accept my fate.
you know what's going down. And I'm not too... Oh, Jesus. Okay, that seemed like a good idea. And in the last part, because I had to re-record it, I knew what I was doing. In this part, there's going to be a lot of guesswork.
Alright, let's start guessing.
And there's some ice, and I can bite it to death. And it contains money, so that's always good.
I'm pretty sure if you get too lost, I'm sure Midno will tell you what to do.
I hope so. That's what I tell kids, though. I'm like, the kids are like, I need money for sweets. I'm like, kids, just buy ice. Obviously. That's what you gotta do.
Nice.
So you were having another rant before we started this part about how
Well, I'm always ranting.
lead like gamers having their hand lent. I mean, is there any Nintendo? What's the most recent Nintendo game where you felt like your hand wasn't being lent? I mean, I know that's quite a hard question to just throw at you.
I think that might be an impossible question.
Do you think there was any Wii Nintendo games that had that kind of style?
Any non-Nintendo games?
You can name non-Nintendo games.
Not recently, I would say.
Yeah.
I think that's just the way games are made now. They baby people too much. They really do.
Because it's weird, because people, like, a game will get crazed with being hard, but it won't be hard because it doesn't tell you exactly what to do. It'll be hard because it has low health.
Even in Donkey Kong Country, where that game is extremely hard, if you screw up enough, you can have the thing basically tell you how to beat the level. So
I mean, that's the main problem I had with Super Mario 3D Land. It was a good game, but it was so easy.
It was way too easy.
It was pathetic how easy it was.
I'll give it that they gave you a lot more to do than just beat the game. There was lots of little collectibles and unlockables and stuff like that.
Ow, God
so
damn it.
there's a lot more to do than just beat the game, but
it doesn't count. Just make a game that's complete.
Yeah, but I didn't really feel challenged until I got to maybe the final Bowser's Castle and the bonus level.
Yeah, I mean,
beyond that, I didn't really feel challenged.
Yeah, and then you look at the older Mario games, and it's just alright. I mean, even Super Mario Sunshine was pretty hard. I felt like, anyway. Getting 100% was pretty tricky.
Yeah, it was. It was
with the blue coins
hard.
and all that.
Yeah, Sunshine was pretty hard at some point there. I don't know, but yeah, there wasn't one. Yeah, it's Galaxy after Sunshine, isn't it?
Yeah, straight to
Why do
Galaxy.
I feel like there's another game in between? There isn't though.
No, there really isn't.
That's strange.
Sad. Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh no,
I don't know.
Don't want to. No, I do want to kill this guy. Yes.
But I think there's.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Nintendo games that doesn't hold your hand.
No,
on
I'm
the
even
Wii
trying to think of
generation,
some non-Nintendo games
Yeah.
that don't really hold your hand either, and I can't really.
I mean,
think
it's
of
not
one,
even really about
honestly.
difficulty. It's about letting a player explore.
Unless I'm gonna go into the insane realm of Dark Souls, they don't really hold your hand. But
Well,
that is.
I feel like that was more about. I still feel like they kind of did. It wasn't about figuring out exactly what you're meant to do in a exploration kind of way.
It was. You're right. It is, but it isn't. They don't really try to stop you from going anywhere, other than the fact that it's going to be too hard if you do. But I really enjoyed the Dark Souls games, Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I enjoyed both of them just for the fact that it was really old school difficult. It wasn't like we're gonna tell you how to do this and how to beat it and you know, you're gonna have to figure this out on your own. And I really got the sense of accomplishment when I did something.
Well,
And
one
and
game
like,
I got that on recently is you ever play Sin and Punishment?
no, but I've heard of it.
Well,
I've
I
heard,
have the Wii sequel, and I got that same feeling of okay, you. It's weird to actually play a game where you have to actually figure out how to defeat bosses. Like, you can't just go up to them and slash them, or it's not like a big
yeah,
red arrow saying, throw something here, shoot him right here. You actually have to figure out the bosses, and I thought that's something that's completely gone in gaming as well. You don't have to figure out how to beat bosses anymore. You just don't have to do it.
no, you can pretty much just, yeah, it's
A
no
boss
secret.
is just a fat guy that you have to stab a bit more.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But let's see, a game that I really enjoyed just for exploring was
Skyrim, yeah!
no, I've actually
No.
never played Skyrim, but
It's not great.
I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption.
That was that was a great game.
I know people are gonna say that's just a cowboy version of Grand Theft Auto, but
Which it is, but it's really
it is,
good.
but that's what made me enjoy it. And you know, like, I don't want to. I'm not like, you know, some pimpin' dude that's driving around the city. That's not the way I felt like. You know, I've always enjoyed, you know, riding on my horse and cowboys and stuff like that. And I don't know, that was fun because I could go anywhere I wanted. I could, if I didn't want to do anything, I could just sit on a train and look and explore. And I don't know, I liked that. And just, I could do whatever the hell I wanted. And that,
Yeah, I
that's made it
love
fun.
that game.
Yeah,
The
it was
story, and I mean, there's so many games out. Like, Sandbox is really big, but it shouldn't be as big as it is
no,
because Sandbox can suit certain sort of styles really well, and then there's certain games where it's like, okay, this is just unnecessary.
Sandbox gets a little repetitive after a while. It's just the
Like,
same.
the two massive Sandbox games, which are awesome and makes a lot of sense that it's Sandbox, for me are Red Dead Redemption and Spider-Man 2. Because it makes sense that as a cowboy you would be exploring the Wild West and seeing people and all that.
Yeah,
And then in Spider-Man it makes a lot of sense because you're Spider-Man protecting a city and actually fighting crime. So, I mean, I love those games. I love both of them.
well, that's I'd really like. I've ranted about this before. Is the last really good kind of game I probably played that was original was and I'm waiting for the sequel, is Beyond Good and Evil. I really enjoyed that.
I actually got the HD version on a 360
Yes,
when it went on offer, and it
that
was
was
pretty
an
cool.
excellent game, and I'm pretty sure if they ever get the sequel out, there'll be some stupid little thing holding your hand the whole way. But
I don't think
hope
so.
not. I hope not.
I mean, I know you're not a big fan of the Rayman series, but Rayman Origins didn't hold your hand at all.
Well, that's good to hear, and I have nothing against Rayman. It's just that's always their excuse for not working on Beyond Good and Evil. That's all. Just every time something comes up, they're like, "Oh well,
It's like
we were gonna do it, but we were kind of busy working on Rayman." So
Well, they didn't do anything from Beyond Good and Evil to Rayman Origins. They didn't do anything.
no,
There's not one thing that Michelle whatever his name is. He didn't
Yeah,
do anything.
exactly.
But like, I did like Beyond Good and Evil. It reminded me of like Ratchet and Clank, most of. I don't know if you
yeah,
played those games.
I haven't played that, but I'd like to. I'd like
Oh,
to play that.
it's fantastic. It's like the gunplay. It's fantastic. But
Yeah,
I think
I'm watching an LP. I'll give him a little plug right now. X09091. Go check him out. But yeah, I feel like Ratchet and
Pokemon
Clank.
Master.
I've been watching that. I've been watching that, and it's it looks very interesting. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to the Zeldas.
Oh, we're actually playing Zelda.
But have you played, because we're Wolf, this is kind of a loose thing, but because we're a Wolf, have you played Okami at all?
I have, and I played Okami before a certain LPer made it famous. Chuck Conway. And
Bumroy. Haha.
yeah, so, and it's critically acclaimed, and everybody loves it, and all that crap, and they love it more now that he's played it. but
Yeah.
I don't love it. I've tried to love it. I want to love it. I want this game to be something I can enjoy. I can see, even as I play it, I can see why I should enjoy it. But for some reason, I just don't.
Ooh.
It just feels slow. I don't like I don't feel like I'm connecting with the characters. I don't like drawing circles all the time. Everything's a circle, or a circle with a stick in it or something, and it's annoying to me. And there was one part that I just got past. Apparently it's like the worst part in the whole game, but I don't know if I got past it. Maybe I gave up in frustration. But
Maybe.
you have to draw like 20 circles around some stupid fruit to unlock some stupid thing, and I don't even remember what it was, but I was drawing a circle, but the Wii wouldn't really understand that I was, and it would make me start over again, and I just want to, like, I don't know.
See,
throw
that's the
something.
thing. People love it, and I have it on PS2. Never played it. I mean, because recently I brought a PS2, and just if I see a game that's meant to be good, I just buy it. Which is why I have this massive stack of PS2 games, and I haven't played half of them. But I don't know. It's just Akami came out and people loved it, and it's one of those games where people said, "Oh, it's like Zelda. It's really good." And
Yep, that's exactly what I
you
got.
don't hear many people say this game's like Zelda, so that's why I thought it's pretty interesting that people
I
would
like
start saying
playing
that.
games that are compared to Zelda, and that's how I got. That's why I tried Natopia, which nobody seems to like. But that's available for Wii download if you want to try out Natopia.
Nice plug for them.
TurboGrafx 16 game. But yeah, I like trying out games that are similar to Zelda. But this one,
There's really not many. That's the problem. That's why I'm interested when someone says it's like Zelda.
yeah.
I think even Beyond Good and Evil they compared to Zelda at the time.
Oh, definitely, they definitely did. And
especially
I
with
can
the
see how,
four
but
stealth sections.
it didn't really get that close to Zelda.
Yeah, it wasn't the same
It
style.
was fun in a different kind of way.
Yeah. I didn't think it was. It wasn't the same style, and definitely it wasn't the same layout as Zelda.
No.
Oh, what the hell am I talking to? God damn, I'm just pressing. Yeah, whatever. You're a light spirit. I'll save you. It'll be cool.
Save the spirit of light.
I'll try. But no, I did like how in this game, the whole first kind of half is restoring the land back to normal, and then afterwards you're then, actually saving the world.
Yes.
I did like that because I'm trying to get it back to Zelda. We can. As much as I enjoy talking about other games.
Well, yes, but that's basically the formula of Zelda here. Is like you got your first little three things, and then there's a twist in the game, and then you really start to solve the
well,
real
at
game.
this point, it isn't. The majority of Zelda games don't do that. At this point, anyway. If you think about it. Like, Majora's Mask didn't do it, Wind Waker didn't do it, Skyward Sword didn't do it, Link's Awakening didn't do it, the Oracle games didn't do it, Zelda 1 didn't do it, I'm not sure about Zelda 2, but I don't think that did it. It's all based off A Link to the Past if they do it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Which is awesome, but I mean, it's not... Like, I always thought it as an established, part of Zelda, that's just part of the game that there's a second half like that, but it really isn't.
No, that's true. That's true.
Oh, is there any
But
more?
I really I hate Wind Waker, but the sequels that came out for DS, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, those ones I actually liked, and I know lots of people don't like them, but for some reason I like those a lot. Even Phantom Hourglass, where you're still on a boat the whole time. I enjoy that game. I actually liked going back to the same dungeon 7 times and finding something new there,
Well,
every
you
time.
you said you don't like Skyloft from Skyward Sword, but isn't that what they tried to do?
No, that's not what they try to do, because it's the same area. It's not... One time, I think there's one time in the game where you have to return to the original dungeon and some of the puzzles have been changed.
Hmm.
But if they would have done that more, I think I would have actually liked it. But I don't know. I don't really like. I don't like going back to the same areas over and over again in Skyward Sword. Like I want to go. I want to go back there to explore, not because there's nowhere else to go, sort of thing, right?
Yeah, they try and make you connect to this town and this place, and you don't.
No, you don't. You don't. You don't
just
feel
don't.
that way at all.
I'm having a bit of trouble with these guys. It's not going too great.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the last ones together.
See, here's the thing. Come here. Come here. Come here. Why is this guy looking the wrong way? No. That guy was looking the complete opposite direction in the thing that he's trying to beat to death. I mean, it's an interesting tactic. But I have to admit, I never played the DS ones because I hate the fact that you can't use the D-pad to move. Honestly, it's that
you know what?
simple.
I really thought I was gonna hate that. I really thought I was gonna hate that a lot when they started talking about that. But you know what? They actually did it well. The stylus is very responsive. It goes exactly where you want it to. I have no problem with the link controls using the stylus. Absolutely none.
Oh, wow.
Again, probably the only problem, and it's probably because I can't draw, is the parts where you have to draw. That might be a little unresponsive, but that's probably my own artistic failings. That is some of the problem there. But that's the same thing as Skyward Sword, where they tell you to like draw some hearts on a wall or whatever. I can't draw a heart. It thinks it's something else, and
yeah, it doesn't work.
I just have no talent for that kind of thing.
Well, I guess I was talking out my arse before then about Nintendo not making a 2D game, because I guess you would have to say Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks are a 2D Zelda game. I guess that's out of 2D or 3D, especially with the dungeon design. I mean, you would have to say they're 2D, right?
Yeah, I guess you would have to.
Out of the two, that's the one you gotta go with.
That's true. That's true. They feel good though. They
They feel good. That's fantastic.
They do. They don't feel like a 2D game, but now that you really think about it, yeah, they are.
Can they put that on the box? Have a picture of you and says "Feels good, man." Can they do that?
It does. That's a good slogan there. This game feels good.
Feels good, man. Zelda on the go.
There's some grass right here. How about you get some grass?
No, I don't. See, I have nothing against her, but when I'm LPing this game, trying to, play it, and she's like, sarcastic remark, it's annoying. Hurry up, tee-hee.
Tee-hee?
Tee-hee, it's not charming. She's hideous. I'm trying to save
At
the world.
At least there's no time limit on these vessels that you have to get.
Yeah, I would be screwed. I really don't know how to get back up on land. I think it's over there. But it's also weird to think about this game how, like, back when this first came out, people were like, oh, another Dark World Nintendo game. Because they were all about having an alternative Dark World when this came out. I mean, I don't know if you noticed that at the time.
No, I didn't really think about it.
Well, they did it in the Metroid Prime series as well.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, in Metroid Prime 2, the whole point is that the planet got hit by a meteorite, so it split the planet into a dark world and a light world.
Ah.
Yeah, and this game came out like a year after that, and then there was another game that did. I don't know. There's a joke on Zero Punctuation about it. I'm just quoting that guy. Oh, I can jump that. Yeah.
See, I didn't really think of this
it!
as like. I didn't really consider it a dark and a light world. I just more thought of it as, like, sure it's dark, but I thought more of like they were just freezing the world, sort of thing.
What,
Everybody
freezing it in
really...
time? So everyone...
Yeah, sort of. Because, like, you don't really travel to another... It's not like there's much of a world, it's just... Everybody's not doing anything and they're stuck there, right?
Well, it's definitely weird because you do travel to the actual proper Twilight dimension and Twilight realm.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
But
I'm
that's
not.
more like just the dungeon itself.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what this would make this Hyrule, like why they can take over this world. I mean, can the light world take over the other world and like a sun with a big smiley face shows up? And then
Maybe.
everyone's nice and
Maybe.
happy? Because it seems weird that this realm would be able to take over the light realm in this kind of way. Especially because, you know, we haven't been introduced to the Twilight realm before. Because even when Ganon took over the like Hyrule in Ocarina of Time, most of it was unchanged. It was just the citizens mostly that were affected.
Basically, yeah. And I don't know. He just tore down the castle and built his own, and
So I'm the
everything
king
else.
now, and that's about it.
Yeah, he just basically had a dictatorship going there.
And his
you know?
evil architects designed some evil castle, and that's all he
He
did.
does
to the world.
have some. He does have some good architects. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, they know what
I
they're
was
doing.
commenting on that when I was playing A Link to the Past. Even his big tower at the end with all his nice little, his pig face head statues outside the tower. That was pretty good stuff.
It's a
I
nice
like that.
touch.
It is a nice touch. It's a very nice touch.
Not too sure why he would request to, you know, have the pig version of him be praised, but whatever. Because
Well,
he's quite
until
handsome.
Ocarina of Time, that's all we knew him as. We didn't. I never even. They allude to it in A Link to the Past. They mention his name Ganondorf, but
Yeah,
they
don't,
never
don't
actually
they mention
mentioned
him
that.
betraying the king in A Link to the Past? Or am I just, you know, being dumb? Because I think
might
they do mention
that. I don't
that
think they
happens.
actually mentioned that he was human though at any point.
Hmm.
I always just thought he was always the pigman. So
Pigman.
when we saw him as human in Ocarina of Time, that was actually quite shocking to me.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know because that was my first Zelda game. So, I mean, I just thought this was an awesome adventure game. I didn't really get the implications to the whole storyline and everything that came before. Right. Well, I think this is a good point to stop. I just finally got up to this platform, so very
Woohoo!
proud of that.
Yeah, we're on a platform.
Yeah. So I've been HonestTom23, and joining me has been.
Moo, Cowscrazy.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out Cowscrazy's channel. I hear good things about that channel.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think he's pretty good at it, you know.
Yeah, he does a good job, that Cowscrazy. So yeah, I will see you for the next part.
Moo.